In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious, easy, vegan teriyaki sauce. So this is one of my favorite sauces for stir fries. You can see just how delicious that is on roasted veggies and stir fries. So there's all the ingredients. You can pause the screen if you want to have a longer look at that. We're going to start with 1 tablespoon of fresh grated ginger. Now mine is just chopped because I don't mind a few chunks of ginger, but if you want it fine, you can grate that up. And then I've got my hot chili flakes to taste. I've got my light brown sugar and my maple syrup, and I've got my cornstarch slurry, which is 4 teaspoons of water and 4 teaspoons of cornstarch. Then I've got half a cup of soy sauce or tamari and a 1/4 cup of water. Usually I'd use a tablespoon of sesame oil, but I have an allergy in town right now in the family, so I am using olive oil instead. Sesame oil is better if you can, just for the flavor. So I'm going to start by making my cornstarch slurry. So I've got my Fleischmann's cornstarch there, and I've got my water. So super easy to make your cornstarch slurry. All you have to do is put equal parts water to equal part cornstarch. So I'm going to start grabbing my cornstarch here, and I don't know, my tablespoon is dirty, so I'm using a teaspoon. And I'm going to do 4 teaspoons of cornstarch to add in there. So I'm just going to add in my 4 teaspoons of cornstarch and then 4 teaspoons of cool water. You want to make sure that's cool or cold water. Hot water can cause it to be a bit clumpy, so it's better to work with cold water there. And once I've got my 4 teaspoons in, I'm going to mix that all together. Now, if you're cooking your sauce and you find that you want it to be a bit of a thicker sauce, or you don't want it that thick, you want it to be more of a marinade, you can use less of this cornstarch slurry. So keep in mind that you can totally adjust that. This is just kind of the standard amount that I use for a stir fry sauce. So I'm going to grab a medium saucepan and I'm going to start adding in all my ingredients. So I've got my water, I've got my sesame oil or substituting olive oil, I've got my maple syrup for a little bit of sweetness. Now, if you want, you can actually put in just all maple syrup and remove the brown sugar if you don't eat sugar. So you would just replace that 3 tablespoons of brown sugar with maple syrup. And then I've got my garlic and my ginger there, finely grated or minced. And then I've, of course, got my soy sauce here, which is kind of the star of the show. If you're gluten-free, you can go ahead and just use coconut aminos or tamari in there. And we're going to add our chili flakes to taste. So if you like it spicy, add more. If you don't like it too spicy, don't add too much. I like a lot of spice. So for me, that's not even very much, but that's what I'm going to put in today because other people are eating this sauce too, and I have to think of them. So there we go. That's the amount that I'm going to put in there. I'm going to mix that all together really well. And I'm not adding in my cornstarch slurry yet. I'm going to crank this up to high heat because I want to bring it to a boil. And I want to wait until this is actually hot before I'm adding in my cornstarch slurry. It will thicken up the sauce. I'm going to reduce it to a simmer now, but the cornstarch slurry is going to thicken up the sauce when it's activated by heat. So I need this to already be hot. I have to give my cornstarch slurry another little stir so that it's not separated, because it will separate when you leave it. Now we're just going to simmer it for about 5 minutes while stirring it. So I'm just going to give that a nice stir. You can see, ooh, that's looking nice. Nice little bubble, nice little simmer. Just like that, it's ready. You can make your own teriyaki sauce. It tastes so much better than the store-bought, and it's definitely healthy for you because it doesn't have any preservatives or anything like that. And you can even make it without sugar. So there it is. I'm going to pour it in my jar. It stores in the fridge for up to a week, and you can use this as a dip. Like I said, you can use it as a marinade, you can use it on your stir fries, you can use it on roasted veggies, you can do whatever you like with it. So there it is on my tofu stir fry. So this was a pan-shaped dinner, super easy to make and super delicious with this sauce. The sauce, it's definitely the star of the show. So if you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.